Today's lesson is biblical solutions to common relationship problems. So it's biblical solutions to common relationship problems. And when I say solutions, you're gonna see, and if you do it, it will solve any relationship problems that you're having. Not any, but the common ones. A lot of the stuff I hear all the time. I'm going to hit right on it and put my finger on exactly what causes a lot of these issues, the common relationship problems, and what the solution is. And whether you do it is on you, you know. But yeah, that's the title of it. What I'm going to do is... while I'm getting the feed up and going and I'm getting everybody in there, I'm going to go ahead and play this new jam from Sounds of Rebirth, new Hebrew anthem, Rise Up, okay? So enjoy the music while I get the feed up and going. Thank you.
Yeah, let's get it.
If you come against the scriptures, man, we gon' rise up. If you come against our heritage, we gon' rise up. It don't matter, anybody get it, man, we gon' rise up, rise up. We rise up. If you come against the king, man, we gon' rise up. If you come against our Elohim, we gon' rise up. It don't matter, anybody get it, man, we gon' rise up. We rise up, rise up, and rise up.
Oh me, oh my. Atheists tweeting OMG. Life came to a standstill and then got real with them prophecies. Every time we done pass go, monopolize the monopoly. You give us 200, take 300, charge us for the property. Y'all gave us this authority. To be honest, got it honestly. Which means we are joint heirs. Siamese twins on a trampoline. We speak what he wrote. Melania's speech, Michelle's.
Like I said, if you're just tuning in, I'm getting everything up and going. The title of today's lesson is Biblical Solutions to Common Relationship Problems. Like I said, I'll be getting started here soon. It's going to be a good lesson, a lot of good practical information that you can use. For now, enjoy the music from the Sounds of Rebirth, new Hebrew anthem, Rise Up. I'll be getting started here soon.
We rise up. If you come against the king, man, we gon' rise up. If you come against our Elohim, we gon' rise up. It don't matter, anybody get it, man, we gon' rise up. We rise up.
Yeah.
Rise up. And rise up.
Rise up in the morning, see my people in poverty, crying out to my people, asking me why you bother me. Slaves, we living in colonies, walking like zombies who bred with lobotomies. Even preacher man, a creature man, down low with them sodomies. And no, it isn't an oddity, rather the norm, so check the academy. They say pimpin' ain't easy, I guess that's the academy. Rise, I'm getting anatomy, know that they lie to me, no longer lie to me. Yeshua flipped up the process. Yeah, I molded the pottery. Hold up, hold up, hold up. What they gonna do when they show up? Will they ever grow up? Cause some rather be with a bowl than a running plant seed with a sower. You remember Noah? What you gonna be when the blow, when they haven't received, then it roll up? Then you're gonna go up. You better reread what you know of mainframe, DP, and to go up.
If you come against the scriptures, man, we gon' rise up. If you come against our heritage, we gon' rise up. It don't matter, anybody get it, man, we gon' rise up, rise up. We rise up. If you come against the king, man, we gon' rise up. If you come against our Elohim, we gon' rise up. It don't matter, anybody get it, man, we gon' rise up. We rise up. Rise rise up.
All right, shalom, y'all. Like I said, that is Sounds of Rebirth, New Hebrew Anthem, Rise Up. It's definitely fire. Wanted to play that on there. It's definitely a good song. But like I said, the title of today's show is Biblical Solutions to Common Relationship Problems. Like I said, here at Spiritual Combat, one of the main things the specialty in my ministry would be relationships, particularly perfecting yourself, getting yourself prepared, or developing yourself into a good husband or a good wife, and dealing with issues that arise in that from beginning to end, whether it be you're single and you want to know how to get in a relationship. I got a bunch of lessons on that, all the way through to marital issues and everything in between. So I try to do a lesson every morning. Shalom, Brother Kevin. Shalom, brother. So with that said, we're gonna get started on this, and it's biblical solutions to common relationship problems. What I see, doing a lot of relationship counseling is let me start it like this. At the end of the day, it all falls on the man, okay? But it doesn't fall on the man like society says it does, because they say, oh, it's the man's fault, okay? But they tell you it's the man's fault, but they keep his hands tied behind his back, okay? So, and what happens, I deal with a lot of men that they're going through relationship issues, and they're not aware of what they're empowered to do to solve their relationship issues. So we're going to get into it, all right, on what you need to do when you're having relationship issues, and what I'm saying is these solutions, they're highly effective, okay? But with that said, I'm not going to beat around the bush. One of the things I see get posted a lot is how hard-headed our women are, how they don't listen and stuff like that. I see a lot of men being led by their women and not stepping up, being the leader. And what that results in is the woman losing respect for the man, okay? And basically, if you don't have respect, the woman's gonna lose attraction for you. You know what I'm saying? If she doesn't respect you, she's gonna lose attraction for you. She's gonna she won't and that's gonna result in her losing affection, or what the world calls love, for you. And it's gonna lead to a lot of arguments, and I'm not saying every relationship is perfect, but when a lot of y'all contact me, it's gotten to a critical level where she's just always fussing, or y'all not talking, and the relationship is just tumultuous all the time. 90% of the time, the relationship is tumultuous. You're always gonna have a little bit of conflict in the relationship, because we're not perfect. We're trying to reach perfection. I can say in my marriage, as the years have progressed, there's less and less conflict. Like, we got a real low level of conflict in our relationship. Now, we still get in arguments, but because of our spiritual growth, we know how to calm down and consider what the other was saying and be willing to accommodate that. Because most of the time it's a valid, point. But yeah, shalom, Brother John. But the people I'm counseling, the people I deal with, that the relationships are tumultuous. It's like they dread going home. You know what I'm saying? There's a brother at my job who he was going through it. It's all over the place. And it's when I hear the problems, because I just listen to them, a lot of times brothers is focusing on what they're saying and on the surface issues, but they're not listening they're not looking through to the core problem. What I call it is understanding womanese, understanding what that woman's really trying to convey, and what exactly it is. And that's the first step is, okay, what is she actually saying? There's a brother here who, this is a big one in the Hebrew Israelite community. I was actually counseling a brother in a camp over a situation like this. Is us brothers, we come into the truth and the woman doesn't, and it turns into a fight. This brother, divorce paperwork had already been filed. It's kind of an ugly situation. But the thing is he by the time he got to me, he was coming to me thinking, oh, she just don't like the truth. She don't like the camp doctrine, this, that, and other, because he had came home, put on a skirt, stop eating pork, bam, bam, hitting her with surface level stuff. And that is what I'm going to bring out here. Any problem y'all that brothers bring to me, like you'd be telling me, oh yeah, she won't eat the pork. She don't want to come to the camp meetings. She didn't want to put on that skirt, this, that, and the other. And I'm hearing that, but I'm looking through because it's not that. What I'm here to tell you is when you become a biblically masculine man, I do a breakdown on that all the time. I try to just do it in cycles, but what is a biblically masculine man? That's a man who gives that woman affection, direction, and correction. The affection is obvious. Y'all know what that is. The direction is wise leadership, wise decision making, wise understanding. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what that woman needs. You know what I'm saying? That can be that's where wisdom comes in. That's what I teach a lot on. The other thing is the correction. When she's off, knowing how to correct her and doing all that in a balanced way. What a lot of brothers do, they read this Bible, they read them scriptures, and then they want to be all dominant on the woman. You know what I'm saying? And turn them off. Sometimes there's a time to step up and be that way. But a lot of dudes is like this. Look, check this out. This is how a lot of dudes are. They like this dude on, look, this is how they are. They're like, kneel before Zod. That's how dudes be in their relationships, man. They like get in this truth. They find out the woman's supposed to be submitted to him. And they like, kneel before Zod. And the woman like, dude, you ain't even a man. You know what I'm saying? They like, it's like, you still beating off the internet porn. Why am I going to kneel? Like because a woman can like instinctually detect. She wired up to detect whether you being a real man, whether you being a real leader through and through, whether you walk it like you talk it. You know what I'm saying? They know. And like when they see you walking it like you talk it, they can't resist becoming submitted to you. You feel me? Is that real? I done went to war with some heavy demons in me. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. And my wife will quickly say, well, he ain't perfect, but she appreciates my leadership. And from time to time she'll tell me that she appreciates how I lead, how I am with my if I say something, she could take it to the bank, how I'm there for and all that. But she has little things she'll tell you that, hey, he ain't perfect in this area, And same thing with her. She's a good woman. I can count on her. You know what I'm saying? She is an issue. She adds to me in a biblical sense where she helps me and enables me to do more of what I do. A lot of brothers come at me and they're like, they don't see the benefit of marriage. All right, let me read some of y'all comments. I see it. Y'all making some comments. Yeah, wise leadership. You should. Oh, right. Another. We love our brothers and sisters, and we want them. Yeah, we want their marriage to be peaceful and all that stuff like that. And I'm glad you said that, because if you want your marriage to be peaceful, it's like you got to step up and become a strong leader. It's like you can't sit in these situations and take them. Exactly, bro. She's your helpmate. And Brother John, I'm gonna say that was a good statement, because brothers like the brother I was dealing with in the camp, he was like, she's supposed to be my helpmate. So he tried to make her his helpmate. No. When you walk as the leader, that woman naturally acclimates herself to being a helpmate. So when you giving her affection, correction, and direction, she can't resist. They can't fight it. They melt into the natural role that the Most High has put them in. And I'm going to tell you this also. A lot of these women can't, that y'all think are just hopeless. Like, I didn't, now this is a while back, I was dealing with a brother, and he seen the way his woman responded to me. And I'm not and I'm going to preface it with this, I ain't that type of dude. But he saw the way his woman, when I would say stuff, his woman was obedient to what I said, just in the situation we were in, because our families were planning something out and all that stuff like this. And he seen the way she responded to me and the difference, the way she was responding to him. He didn't even think it was part of her psyche to do that, But it's because of a woman a woman is wired up to naturally see a leader. You know what I'm saying? A biblically masculine leader. So put it to you, and let me say this. I'm not that type, I'm going to tell you this. If I see a man's woman kind of respond to me like that, I won't be around her no more. I won't deal with her no more, because that's not a good thing for men to see. 90% or more of my counseling is to men, because I could fix a relationship with the man. The book tells you, when it comes to women, the book tells a woman simply what to do. It just says, win them over with your chaste, respectful character, and behavior. Now, and I didn't quote that word for word, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it tells you. But so now I know brothers is wondering, so what exactly do you do? Like when these women are being bullheaded, when they caught up in all right, hold on one sec. Let me check my feed real quick. Yeah. So when these women are being when they're being bullheaded, when they're being stiff-necked and stubborn, and you're trying to tell them and they're not listening, what do you do? Okay? That's the question today. What are you empowered to do? Well, if you telling them stuff and they ain't listening, and they done dug their heels in. They just continue doing whatever they doing, whether it's they doing stuff out in the world or whatever that is. Stop telling them. Back off. You know, don't be all romantic and lovey-dovey, and the situation keep festering and get ugly. Back off from them. Step off. If they continue their behavior, sometimes you need to just back off and move out. And when I say move out, get away from them. Don't be living around them. Limit your time around them. And brothers is like, oh, I could do that. Because see, with the Christian church, with a lot of these churches and Christianity teaches, if you leave, you the wicked scourge of the earth. But what ends up happening, if you stay up in these relationships all like that, and you don't take action to do something about it, ugly things end up happening. Brothers end up going to jail. Marriages end up getting all destroyed. Domestic abuse happen. You end up getting in some argument so ugly that you snap and put your hands on her, or she snap and put her hands on you, and then you can't repair it. People are getting physically injured. People are dying. People are going to jail. And when I say this, I'm talking about stuff that is going on, okay, that I've seen go down. I've given the advice. It wasn't followed, and I've seen this. I'm not just saying hearsay, something I read in some article. I'm telling you what happens. And if you don't man up and make the moves you got to make to get this thing in order, you'll be another statistic. Facts. Real talk. You gotta, when it says solutions up there, this ain't just some old YouTube video and, hey, here are the 3 solutions. Give her flowers, suck her toes, and give her some chocolates. Now, I'm telling you stuff that is gonna work efficiently. Because a lot of information out there is worldly based, because nobody got any answers. I got answers here. A lot of information out there is worldly based. And okay, if you all right, share. Yeah, a lot of this information is worldly based. So if you go out there and you do what the world says and kiss up to the woman more, she's gonna lose even more respect for you. She's going to file that divorce paperwork quicker. She's going to disrespect you and piss you off even more. You're going to get in even more arguments because you're not operating as a man. You're not operating from a standpoint where it says, where the Bible says the woman is made for the man, not man for the woman. What the world does is they do the exact opposite. Look in the movies, look in the media, look in society, look everywhere. They say, oh, you need to honor her and worship her and put her on a pedestal and she can do no wrong. And the ultimate carnal sin is to yell at her and try to correct her because you're the bad man and you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? They got y'all twisted up. You know what I'm saying? And it's messing y'all up. It's like something I've wrestled with for years. And it's something every time I'm giving marriage counseling and everything, that's what they're wrestling with. Don't get it twisted, man. The Greco-Roman way, the beast system, Satan's way is all up in religion and biblical interpretation when it comes to dealing with women. And it's all up in the Hebrew Israelite teachings. A lot of brothers out there is just kind of going along with the soft worldly way. You know, shout outs to my man Ugo. He came with some good truth last night. He did a good post about, you know, just keeping it real when you're dealing when you're dealing with these women. You know what I'm saying? And it's like not in a malicious way. And it's like I see a lot of brothers who are because I want to say this too, because the people I'm talking to, the people who are experiencing this dysfunction in their marriage, where their marriage is just rocky as heck. Because there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there with marriages that are, because they're emotionally balanced and their wife is emotionally and spiritually balanced. So they really don't experience this, so they really don't relate to it. Me, the Most High took me through all this. I was a dysfunctional male, you know what I'm saying? And I went through I experienced a lot of stuff. We experienced a lot of stuff in our marriage. And most of it was me being in error and being unaware that I was the one that was off. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, that's an important thing to realize. But at the end of the day, like I said, a lot of the stuff people talk to me about, it comes to the man. If you're talking till your face goes blue and is arguing all the time, every time y'all talk, it eventually turns into contention. You know, that's that. You know, you ain't supposed to keep going on with that. Now you need to become emotionally distant, and then maybe you need to just get up out the house. Oh, well, what about the kids? See, you a deadbeat dad. You garbage. You gonna leave your kid and this, that, and the other. If he hangs around there, he might be in jail. You might get killed. Y'all might call the cops. All this stuff happens. Y'all might end up calling the cops because of domestic dispute or whatever, and they come shoot one of y'all or one of the kids. Look, man, I've had to give some brothers some brutal advice. It's like, hey, man, even if you don't see your kids again, you need to get up out of there. And I've given them that advice, and there was one situation, the dude didn't listen to it, and it came out very ugly. But sometimes for the safety of the whole family, you need to separate 4 times sometimes. Sometimes you just need to be done because they ain't going to come around. You know what I'm saying? But that's a counseling thing. That's a case-by-case situation. And I can tell you this, I really haven't seen a case where I just, like, I never tell a dude, hey, man, file divorce on her. You'll never hear me say that. Because there's always stuff that you could do as a man to drastically turn that situation around. But to sit up in there and argue day in, day out, where they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Yeah. You know? And that womanese thing I said earlier with women, you got to, like I did it in my lesson. Women say, men, y'all need to be more sensitive. And the way society says, like, okay, so you need to cry more. And you need to be in your feelings. No, they're saying you need to learn to be more sensitive to the woman's emotions and what they're actually saying, and understand understand that language of womanese, what they're talking about. Like they're nagging and complaining and nagging and not doing what you want, this, that, and the other. Oh, she don't want to do it because she just hard-headed. No, a lot of times she don't have no respect for you, so she might not be doing it. A lot of times you're not hearing the underlying thing of what she's feeling. It happened to me recently, you know. And my wife was trying to express something to me, and the only thing I could hear is the yelling and disrespect, feeling like it, but the reality was it was something I had did. I had made some unwise, dumb decisions. And I had, it took some, as men, you gotta be warriors. You gotta be calm under these crazy situations. A lot of dudes, they can't deal with that frustration. You gotta be comfortable with the uncomfortable. You gotta be able to deal with the frustration and be able to see, hey, what's really going on. So yeah, man. So there's a lot to it, and there's a lot that we're unaware of that we have to be aware of. So, but yeah, but I'm gonna wrap this lesson up here. If y'all got any questions, put it in the comments. Let me check the other end because we're over here on. Let's see if there's somebody was watching over here. No questions over there. But anyway, so yeah, I hope this lesson was informative to you. I hope you got something out of it. Like I said, keep tuning in. I'm Brother Michael Israel. You're watching Spiritual Combat. Like I said, if you got any questions, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments on YouTube or whatever. And either I'll respond back or I'll just do a video on what your question is. Because most of the time the questions are so good, I just do a video on it. And if you like this, support me by sharing this, by liking it, by getting the word out. I appreciate it. And with that said, shalom, y'all.